What's going on, everybody? We're back, another day, another episode, and yet again, another gun on the bench to talk about. Although we're not at the bench, we're in my home kitchen because my garage is being renovated and I have a pot of beef stew on the stove. In any event, we have a Remington 870 TAC-14 chambered in 20 gauge. Now, I know what you're thinking, Chris, why the heck would you want a TAC-14? And even more so, why would you want a TAC-14 chambered in 20 gauge? Let me tell you my reason for this. To shoot a 12 gauge with this TAC shockwave style grip is an absolute chore. It's a nightmare. It's hard to handle and it kind of hurts. So my thought process was if I can get it chambered in 20 gauge, it'll be a lot more enjoyable to shoot. I'll actually want to go shoot the gun, as well as I think my wife can probably shoot this as well. Aside from it, being a 20 gauge being a lot more manageable, it's actually a smaller profile receiver, and in that, a little bit lighter. Now, the receiver is still milled from a single piece of bolite steel, so it's still super strong and rugged, true to the Remington 870 name. We've got a 14-inch barrel. We've got an M-lock grip here that, it's a mag pull. I guess you could put, attachments on that, although I'm not sure why you would want to. I think they would get in the way. Maybe a little tactical light. But again, for me, I don't think I would ever put an attachment on this thing. We got a nice little bead sight, and that's all they give you. And because there is no stock, you can't shoulder it. So, you're not going to aim at anything because you're not going to hit it. It's intended to be fired kind of like this. Say hello to my little friend. Point and shoot and have fun with it. Another reason I thought this would be kind of a cool gun to add to my collection. Again, I'm from Canada. We're going through all kinds of shit with our government. I don't want to get too much into that, but in any event, I can't buy anything fun right now. Everything fun is off the shelf. So I still want to support the industry. I wanted a cool little shotgun. So this is my way of doing that. Gives me something new to shoot, keeps some life into my hobby. And I think it's just a great little shotgun to have at home. Also, I believe this is probably one of the best guns for a home defense scenario, which again, I'm in Canada. It's such a washy area when you think and talk about home defense, especially when it comes to firearms. But again, if I was ever put into a weird position, I think I'm going to do what I deem best in that moment. 3 a.m., somebody's in my home, and deal with the court system later. But I think this would be the best thing for me to reach for because, again, it's small. Easy to use. You really don't have to aim it all that well, right? And I think it would get the job done, probably deter or stop some intruders that have some ill intent. In any event, these are just extremely well manufactured shotguns. I'm a big fan of Remington. If you know me, you know that 100% if I'm buying a shotgun, there's a really good chance it's going to be a Remington. So again, I was kind of looking at a Mossberg Shockwave versus the Remington 870 TAC-14. So I had to go with the TAC-14, as well as I do prefer this this action grip. I think this this Magpul action grip feels a lot better, I think, than the Mossberg that's got that little strap here. Where it's kind of riveted or screwed in, that strap to the bottom of that action there, it can kind of nick your finger up. And yeah, I just didn't love the way it feels. So this is a great feeling gun for, having this little tiny shockwave style stock on the back of it. So I'm really excited to go shoot this thing. I picked up, a few boxes of 20 gauge, and I'm really excited to take it to the farm. We haven't been to the farm shooting in a few weeks now. With the holidays that have just passed, we were all so busy. But I was chatting with the guys today in the group chat, and it looks like we're going to be going to the farm to shoot some stuff. So I'm going to take this along with me, and I'm going to throw a bunch of rounds through it and see, how a 20 gauge feels versus, shooting this in a 12 gauge, which again, I just would not want to do that. I think you're going to hurt your wrist, and that's not fun. We don't want to have a hobby that hurts us. Yeah, no. In any event, my stew is bubbling away. Oh, that smells so good. If you could smell that beef stew, my God. But I know the channel's been a little bit slow lately. Again, with the holidays that kind of just passed, we were all so busy. I do have a bunch of guns to talk about. This one, I just had to get it, and I wanted to talk about it. I'm super excited to have it. and I wanted to share it with you guys. So stay tuned for the next episode. We do have another shotgun, something that's very, very unique, one of a kind that I don't know anybody else that has one of these. So stay tuned for that episode. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. If you've enjoyed it, if you enjoy me, please click the like button. That helps me a ton. I'm trying to grow this channel. It's been a few months now. We're already up to 1,300 subscribers, which is freaking awesome. I can't thank you enough for that. And I'm looking forward to when the spring rolls around, we're gonna have a lot more kind of full circle adventure type content, not always just guns on a table sort of thing. So we're gonna do some ATVing, some camping, fishing, hunting, and of course shooting shit and blowing things up is also on the menu. So stay tuned for the next episode. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon.